Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Software Engineer K here, and today we're going to be going through an interesting topic. It's a topic that I've been asked about, and that is why you should not go into the purchase without gems, why I believe you should preload gems. And I know people say that the obvious answer is maybe the transaction could fail, but I'm going to explain to you from a technical point of view exactly why those transactions are failing, and why in practice it doesn't really work when you go into a purchase screen without the gems needed. Even though they say you can buy gems, in practice that's not really how it's going to work. It's a technical problem that the VeVe team should address, but once you guys kind of get a better idea of it, it's a problem that most applications will face anyway. And I did also want to kind of go over the Captain America drop, just kind of like my strategy, etc., and just some cool stuff in my showroom. And I did also want to touch on the price of OMI for today, since we've seen some really interesting stuff happening. Now, firstly, if we just go straight to Twitter. So during the Captain America drop, as you guys can see, I did manage to get the secret rare, but I didn't get it on the first try. I completely missed it. And I basically, well, I didn't even try to get the secret rare. I went for the ultra rare first. So I managed to get the ultra rare, and then I went straight for the secret rare, trying to get it on the second try, and I managed to get it. So you guys can just have a look at that.
Yes, we're getting the secret rare on the second chance. 264. We did it on the second chance. Look at the clock. It's 2 minutes past 4 o'clock. We did it. Secret rare on the second try. Oh my days. Do not give up.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, it's 2 minutes past 4 p.m. So, drop time is 4 p.m. for me. And I was just flipping back and forth. Now, a couple of the tricks that I used, you guys can see that my font is really, really small here. And I've also disabled the navigation bar on my phone. By doing that, more text can populate the screen, and that means the buy now button is actually visible. As you can see, I don't actually need to scroll to click the buy now. So I was essentially just tabbing in and out. So I was pressing back, pressing buy now, pressing back, pressing buy now. Even if it was saying sold out, like, I just made it a kind of rhythmic pattern. And eventually, when I clicked, I got the buy now purchase screen, and I was like, well, got the secret rare. And yeah, so actually the first time, I think second time that's ever happened. I did have this happen once before as well with the Givenchy drop. I managed to get the rewind logo on the second try, just going back and forth as well. So that's pretty cool. Now, with regards to purchasing these without the gems, now a lot of people who click the buy now and they don't have the gems because they think that they can just buy the gems, a lot of their transactions fail, and then these just end up back in the pool, so other people can get those on the second try. Now, the way that this works is basically, in practice, what you're supposed to have is you go in, you click buy now, your account doesn't have enough gems to complete the purchase, you get forwarded to the gem purchase screen where you can top up your gems, and then you can complete your purchase. Now, that purchase system, that transaction, is all done via an API. The whole application's backend is just a bunch of APIs. So for those who don't know, an API is basically just a location where you can send a request and you can either get data back, you can either change some existing data, or you can add some data. And then in this case, we are adding gems to your account. So your account now has, more gems as part of the account's, properties. So what should happen is, normally that would work fine in all of our scenarios, but there's something called throttling. Now, when you have too many requests sent to an API, that can obviously cause problems. A lot of some of these requests will either take quite a while to go through, or some of them just kind of time out, they error out. And if you think about it, if there are a lot of people who are purchasing a collectible, and a lot of them have the same idea of, I can just buy gems during the drop, then a lot of them are going to be concurrently sending a request to the same API. And what you're going to get is, you're going to get a huge spike in traffic on this one API, which normally it would not get and it's the one to do with the topping up gems on your account. And because of that, you don't really want to risk it, because either the request will take too long, you're gonna spend ages seeing a loading screen, and then your 90 seconds is up, or the request just times out, it causes an error, and that error kind of kicks you out of the queue, and then you lose your reservation. So that is why I believe either they need to look at ways to manage traffic at this gem topping up endpoint, or people should just remember this, and to avoid it is just to not make any requests to that gem topping up endpoint. And the way you do that is by preloading gems, so you just don't have to deal with this, because a lot of people, I believe, are going in without the gems just because they don't want the gems locked up in their account. But they need to be aware that a lot of other people have the exact same idea, so they too are going to be making requests to top up the gems on their account at the exact same time as you. So that's just something to be aware of. Now, what I did also want to touch on is I managed to get the Captain America, I got the secret rare as you guys saw, and I managed to get the ultra rare. Now, as you guys can see, I managed to get the full set of Captain America. So I've got the rare and ultra rare. I managed to just grab the rare, the secret rare and ultra rare. I managed to pick up the rare, uncommon, and common pretty easily afterwards. So yeah, you guys can see that all of these are very, very well detailed. I believe some people have found that when you go into the asset, you can kind of see teeth and eyes and whatnot. And if you guys have seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, you might remember the decapitation scene with John Walker. So just recreating that here with the Ritmo. Yeah, rest in peace, Ritmo. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with all of these. Now the price of these is fairly low on the market right now. I believe those prices will not last. I try and call out fair valuations. I said the Spider-Man ones were overpriced. I said the Golden Rabbit was overpriced. These I believe are currently very underpriced. So if you don't have one, then I would probably get one if I were you. And you guys can kind of see my Fantastic Four as well. Now, lastly, what I just wanted to touch on is the price of OMI for today, and we've seen some pretty interesting stuff going on. So if we have a look here, so we had been saying, for the past few videos, we're going to get a touch here, 1, 2, and then we're going to get another touch and then a slight pullback, and then we're just going to smash through and get another pullback. And that's exactly what happened. And, after that pullback, we absolutely rocketed off. Now, my prediction was this would happen a little bit later in the week, on the 5th of September, but we did it a lot earlier. So what I predict could happen is, because we moved a bit too fast here, I predict we will get a little bit of a pullback. So what I predict will happen is, oh, that's not a very good color. Let's change that to green. Okay, so what I predict will happen is we will kind of come back down here and then bounce off. And then from there, we are just going to go, straight to the moon. Well, not to the moon, but I believe we're going to test this 0.5 cent region again. And we're going to break that, and then we're going to have a pullback. And then I believe our pullback is going to be around about this kind of 0.4 cent region. And we're going to sit there nice and comfortably and build up some more support. And then from there, we'll just kind of slowly continue over time. It is important to note that people have found that there was one big whale who's been constantly selling, chunks of 80 to 90 million bags of OMI, and he is one of the founders. I'm not going to say which one. You guys can go do your research on that. But the fact that we have had someone constantly selling, pretty big bags of OMI every day, and the price of OMI has continued to kind of just move upwards, that just shows that we are starting to get a lot more mass adoption now. The markets aren't as heavily, reliant on a couple of people just pushing up the price. Yes, we are still lacking a lot of liquidity, but very, very soon, this month, we are going to address those problems with Immutable X. We're also getting the MTL, so a lot more people can, have more confidence that they can withdraw their assets. But we are continuing on this nice slight upwards trend line, so I'm pretty happy with this. I believe that on the 5th of September, or around about this next week or so, we should start to see some new highs that we haven't seen in quite a while for the past past couple of months, I believe we are gonna come back and see this kind of breaking the 0.4 cent region, which will be nice. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to go through with you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe to support the content. Remember, we have the link to the OMI Homie t-shirts below. So any purchases for that, that will go towards supporting, future giveaways, any kind of future events as well, etc. All of that stuff. So if you do want to support, and if you do want some pretty cool official Ecomi community merch, then do have a look at that. Use my code K10 for 10% off as well. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to go through with you guys today. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.